if I am. We're going to countdown.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to
There we
pound.
go.
Daily stock pick
I think it's just a matter of getting it up there.
Guiding me through my
Douchebags.
hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help
Thumbs
you
up.
grow. Taking
All
risks, making
links
moves, seeking
here.
success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now.
Paste.
Every morning I wake up to the sound
In
of the
message.
trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily.
Chris, are you out of grandpa duty?
Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow.
Finally?
Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to
So I know
the
this
sound
damn iPad is going to die in the middle of the broadcast, but oh well.
podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.
Hopes and fears. Morning, Rosa. You guys were so nice. Thank you. And Bot Nathan, good morning.
Newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to
Okay.
pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast
Back
in
from your
my
summer
ears,
job.
guiding me through my hopes
Turn on my
and
do not
fears.
disturb.
Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking
Larry.
risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer,
Hit the
no
thumbs
room
up
for
button.
any less. Every morning I wake up to
There's
the
a bunch of
sound
people in here.
trading bell.
Morning,
My heart
Jennifer.
starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading
Trading
podcast in my ears.
By the way, it's a good day. I mean, the markets, everything's looking up. I mean, morning, Camilo. And FYI, I mean, just I don't think I'm a genius, but I was way up this morning. The Webull account continues to be up. So, ooh, my Chase card is available. That sounds like fun, Chris. I mean, come on. There are worse things you could be doing than watching your grandson in the summer. I look green. Why do I look green? I don't know why. I gotta play with that. The lights. I'll play with them afterwards. Okay, we're gonna start some scans. I haven't done scans in a few days, but let's see what happens here. Okay. Oh God, we're in a bull market. We're in a bull market. Scans. Amazon. Google. IBIT. I mean, did you ever get out of IBIT and why? TSM. VOO. XLK. I mean, that's just in the core portfolio. Then let's go to, I mean, the AI energy stocks. Cease Cameco, CCJ. We'll put that in there. That's a list that paid members got. August 25. Well, we'll wait for that one. May 2025. Let's see if there's any in here. There's Cardinal Health. There's Granny. There's PSIX, which, by the way, crossed 100. I mean, it's just PSIX is just one that has gotten away and continued to get away. Every time I think that, I'm just going to sell it and I'm going to be fine, No, you never find. I mean, that thing, BTCL, QCOM. I mean, we've got so many. DPST, ETHU, NVDL, NVDX, ROM, SPXL, SVIXI, TARK, TBT, TECL, UPRO, URTY, USD. Good God. Let's go to low cost Vanguard. Oh, low cost ETFs. QTUM, SPY, VIG, VOO, VTI, VTV, VUG, VYM. I mean, those are just, let's see the sectors. I know XLK, XLB, XLB, materials. I think that's materials. Let me see. Yeah. I mean, hasn't been used as support, but it's definitely been used as resistance there. I think that's probably an old, yeah. I mean, that goes back to 2021. Materials hits up there, pulls back, hits up there, pulls back. That's a crazy one. Let's do the watch list, which will probably have a ton. Good God. AIQ, BABA, BCS, Dell, ETHE, GBTC, GE Healthcare, GM, Granny IWM, Mara, Powell, QuantumScape, PSIX. There we go. Okay, let's go to the indexes. There's just so many. I mean, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 30 Dow stocks. 7 of the 30 Dow stocks are entries in the 4-hour algorithm. I mean, just Honeywell, Merck, Verizon. And now the NASDAQ 100 is going to have even more. It's probably like 50 of the, let's say, ADP, GE Healthcare, Guild, KHC, Marriott, PayX, and Versk. Oh, that's K. Okay. And let's go to the S&P 100, and this is where some of the banks come in and credit cards. BlackRock, Dow, Honeywell, MasterCard. Yeah, MasterCard's not in there yet. And Medtronic, Merck is already in there. Morgan Stanley, USB. There we go. I mean, just the list is pretty long, which tells me, we're in a bull market. So, Okay. Who's ready to get started? Because I got to close down my Perplexity browser thingy. We're going to go into the last thing we'll look at today, by the way, which I usually look at first, is the Catalyst Watch. Because, I mean, there's just so much this weekend that I got in. Ethereum right now, I mean, Amit puts it super well. If you're into income ETFs, this was a great video. dump this dividend ETF from your portfolio now. Victoria does a great job on that one. She also is a Seeking Alpha affiliate. I'd prefer you buy from me, but it is what it is. This is a great list of ETFs that have had huge inflows. Here's the top shorted stocks in the market, just in case you'd like a short squeeze. Portfolio management. This is it. I mean, this is it. His portfolio is fairly public on Twitter. Learn from him. I mean, he's beating me. 4 years in a row, I think he's beaten me. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are just, they're buys. I mean, hopefully you've gotten in on these. I have not. But good God, they were up 18 and 20% on Friday. They're up another 10% this morning. 10 stocks returned 80% of the S&P's gains since Liberation Day. This is a great thing from Trendspider. They're actually putting out these packages, and this is Earnings Pro package with all of these fundamentals and indicators and stuff like that. I kind of like the way they're organizing that, so we'll promote that because there's one more day left on that sale. S&P faces highest dispersion with quality stocks leading the charge. This is from Goldman Sachs. This was just a great look at the S&P. Is this a warning about the stocks? The largest 10% of U.S. stocks now account for 76% of the U.S. market capitalization. Again, with 80% dispersion, is that a danger? 15 companies where the money is being spent. This is from Shy. This is just, hey, we heard from Meta, Google, and Microsoft. Those are 15 companies where the money's being spent. Make sure you know what's in your portfolio. These are 15 names that robotics is going to lead. It's a great one. And the robots are coming. This is a must-watch video. A must-watch video from Morgan Stanley. And we'll just, you know what? We're going to put that there. Let's see. Yeah. From Morgan Stanley. Oh, we'll just put that there and we'll put that there. Okay. Biggest stock movers of the day. It's crypto stocks. And I don't know if pot stocks are in here yet. No. We'll go into that. But cannabis is jumping as well. So we'll kind of go over the cannabis play. The cannabis play, if you will. Morning, Rusty. Morning, Carrie. Morning, Larry. You got called on a CD. Larry, why do you have a CD? May I get, let's see. Let me see. I'm going to go into my Fidelity account to see what I get paid on this bond fund. Now it fluctuates. It's not a CD. I think a CD you get 4.7 completely for the entirety. But let me see my holdings positions. There we go. And it is, the symbol is FZDXX. Okay. FZDXX. There we go. Let me just make sure this doesn't have any account details. Okay. It doesn't. So FZDXX, that's the Fidelity page, and I'm going to read you these numbers, these performance. 7-day yield is 4.13. 1 year, it's actually given you 4.48. 3 year, 4.62. Again, 3 years, 4.62. If you've held your money in FZDXX, you've gotten 4.62 annually. 5 years, 2.19. Again, it goes into a lower end. Now, I think it does require $100,000 minimum to get into it, but once you're in it, you can add any amount of money that you want. You don't even have to hold $100,000. You can pull out whatever money you want. But once you're in it, you can get in there. So that's where I keep my money. I don't know, again, everybody's risk tolerance is different, but kind of on Friday's episode, Larry, I went into, if you're playing Monopoly and you're just making 4%, now if that's paying off your mortgage and stuff like that and everything like that, that's a different story. But I think investment money, that's just I think they're sucking you in with a high interest rate, and they're making more money by investing it. Shit. I get 15% off of the money that I give my real estate agent to flip houses. So, and I'm pissed about that. I am pissed about that because in this market, I want more than 15% in a year. Now, I don't feel like I'm taking a risk in that one, but morning, Dominic. Let's see, live chat. Okay, we're gonna go get into this. I'm gonna hit record. Good morning. It is Monday, August 11th. It's the day after my birthday. I am officially 55. Barbershops feel different. Diners feel different with senior discounts. Life is just different when you're 55. and so far, it's been 24 hours and I've gotten discounts. I got a free drink at Starbucks. I crashed on the couch. I had incredible Italian food last night. And if you're in Atlanta and want to know the restaurant, just ping me. Again, email me. Everything that you need, by the way, is on Linktree. linktr.ee/daily stock pick. It is literally down below, right on your screen, right below where this little mobile phone thing is. And you can get all your links. Okay. So today, what are we going to go over? We're going to go over pot stocks. Because you know what? The little weed thing, it's tempting you. It's tempting you. We'll go over that. We'll go over the biggest movers because it's crypto. Duh. A must watch from Morgan Stanley. It is a video that completely blew my mind. 23 minutes. It is a must watch if you are even investing in the AI world. 15 stocks to watch. We'll go over a bunch of one. 10 stocks account for 80% of the S&P. What are they? Why does that account for? What are the top stocks since Liberation Day? We'll look at that, and we'll look at some ETFs. And we're in a bull market. FYI, we're in a bull market. Just in case you didn't know, we're in a bull market. So what you see on my screen is a chart. This is QQQ, okay? The white are buys. The reds are losses on those buys. The greens are gains on those buys. What you see down below is the performance when you backtest this for 2 years. It's my 4-hour algorithm. You make 44% versus buying and holding, you make 49%. We all have different risk tolerances. So I'm not saying you should absolutely trust this, but it wins 48% of the time because buy and hold actually makes you more money. And because we know investing makes you more money, if you didn't listen to Friday's episode where I go over how in Monopoly, you're not trying to just pass go and collect $200. You're trying to invest in the properties, in the houses, in the hotels, and you're trying to make money. That is what investing is like. Now, we're all gonna, real money is different than Monopoly money. But again, you're just looking for the tools that help you optimize. You're not looking to beat every other person in the market. You're not looking to become Jeff Bezos. If you are, go and start your own company. But if you're just looking for something that over long term, again, I have the tools, and these are exactly what I use. Now, did I buy down here at 453 in QQQ? Absolutely. Did I buy on Friday when the 4-hour algorithm got me out with a 22% gain last week? You bet you damn, did I sit out this last week? No, I kept in. I bought the dip on Friday, and you can see the dip right there in those little candles, okay? These little baby candles that you see go under the 50-day. I bought the dip, not because the 4-hour algorithm told me. It got me out. I bought because it was a 5-year time horizon. Now, what you really want to do is have a charting program that you're comfortable with. You don't need Trendspider to make a ton of money. It will not automatically turn any investment that you make into a crazy, crazy great trade or a great investment over time. No, the market will decide. But what this gives you is more information, more comfort level. And that's what you're after. And Trendspider is having a sale. Today is the last day, okay? It's extended for 1 day. Weekend flash sale. Save up to 45%. I move people, and I urge you, if it's within your budget, go for the advanced. Why? Because it comes with up to 52 training sessions per year. And that's a big freaking deal. 52 per year. That's once per week. And at $117 per month, what's that? Less than $30 per training session, which gets you Trendspider for free. So sign up for the annual plan. But where are we in the market? Well, 4-hour algorithm today gives you a buy-in here at 570. Does that mean you want to buy? If your time horizon is 5 years or more, it might be a good idea. It very well might be a good idea. Because if we look at 5 years ago, let's just go back 5 years. Okay? It was August 2020. August 2020, 5 years ago. Let's go back August 10th, 2020. We were running on a super high, okay? From the lows to August 10th, you were up 72%. 72% in 2022, okay? You only wound up in the next few weeks. That was the top. You were up 78%. So if you bought here on August and you were only up 70%, you had to endure this downturn. Did that hurt you? Well, if your timeline is 5 years or more, then maybe it didn't hurt you because today you're getting out with a 248% gain. Well, let's just, that's not right. Let's go to, we're going to move this one over to August 10th. That's not right. So the gain is, it's only 129. So 5 years, you've doubled your money. You had to sit through this entire downturn, but if you've been adding, on the way up, you've made money. Again, why did I buy on Friday when the 4-hour algorithm didn't tell me? Because we dipped, and this market is a buy the dip. Now let's talk about some of the particular stocks that you want to get into. Cannabis is flying today. Pot stocks are soaring because Trump over the weekend made mention at a freaking dinner where there were some pot executives that he's open to anti-drug legislation, or pro-drug legislation, pro-pot. Now, Trump is anti-drug. Make no mistake, he hates drugs, he hates alcohol. Doesn't use either. His brother died from alcoholism. He's been super against it, but he was also against crypto. And now we know he's the crypto president. So is he going to change on this one? Here's the difference between crypto and pot. It's a supply and demand issue, okay? Pot, there is no supply and demand issue because the reality is the illegal trade is super cheap versus the actual legal trade. Until they start to actually crack down on the illegal trade, the illegal providers will continue to provide everybody who lives in a city that cannabis, okay? It's the tourists that come in. When you go to Vegas, when you go to Colorado, as a tourist, you go to the dispensary. I can tell you as a connoisseur of this, but here at home, you buy it from your trusted dealer. That's what you do because you avoid the 25, 30, 40% taxes. So it's not the legislation, the legalization that's going to bring about the legalization and the huge thing. If you want to do that, go and invest in some of the drink stocks. This is not a suggestion. I'm not in this world at all. This is just what I've read. But Tilray is up 18%. You got Aurora up 9%. You got Canopy up 18%. Sundial, SNDL, I think that's how you say it, is up 6%. They're soaring. They will come back down. Go and look at a chart. I'm not going to do the chart for you. Go and look at the chart. If you're a pothead and you want to invest in these, go ahead. I just don't think that the business is anything other than trade. Again, they will pop and they do pop. Now, your biggest movers today, it's crypto and it's AMD and it's NVIDIA. Okay? Tegna surged after a report surfaces that in advance talks to acquire. Cipher Mining, crypto link stock rose in pre-market, driven by a rally in Bitcoin that saw cryptocurrency briefly touch 122,000. Again, this crypto, just buy it and hold it. Just buy it and hold it. I think Bitcoin is going to 150,000. I think Ethereum, it hit 4,000 and it broke through it this weekend. I think it starts to use that as a floor. That's as much as I know. I am buying those two. I'm not buying anything else. Now let's talk about some of the biggest losers of the day, because AMD and NVIDIA are some of the biggest losers. Does that mean you give up on them? No. What happened? Well, so much for this being a national security issue, okay? Because the U.S. says, hey, you can sell all the chips you want. You just got to pay a 15% tax on us. And then what does China do? China comes back and then says, you know what? All of our AI companies, you shouldn't buy these American chips because they're a national security issue. They're caught in between here. So it's almost like a no-win situation unless your time frame is longer. NVIDIA's earnings are coming up. We know AMD did really, really well. NVIDIA's are coming up later this month. 4-hour algorithm had you in here at 106. Okay? If you had bought that dip at 106, you're up 73% in a $4 trillion market cap company. Where's your support right now? Right now, it's at 140. I can't imagine this thing pulling back to 140. If it pulls back to 140, I am loading up on this one. Okay? This risk versus reward, it's good. Am I buying here? No. Was I buying down at 106? You damn well bet you know I was buying. You want to know why? 4-hour algorithm makes you almost as much as buy and hold, but it wins 53% of the time. Your average win, 23%, like I said, up 73%. I was pounding the table as this one was going down, that 140 was going to attract it. When you got up to that 140, it provided a couple of weeks of resistance, not much, but you're up at this MACD level where we pulled back down before. So this is one that I'd probably wait on. AMD, we ran up and then you pulled back on pretty decent earnings. And boy, where did it pull back to? It pulled back right to this support level at 164. You could have gotten it at 162, 157 were the lows on the day after the earnings. But I think that 164, if it holds, it looks like it's support. You could have bought this at $91 if you were listening to the 4-hour algorithm way back in April. You're up 83%. Again, you broke that downtrend. You see that red line? You broke that downtrend back here in May. Could have bought at 105. And you're at 172 right now. Last week was a 1% down week. Does that put you into a bear market on this? No. We still have some room to run on this one. The RSI is incredibly high. Understand what you're buying. But those are the biggest movers of the day. Now, I want to tell you, this video right here, okay, this is a post that I made. This video will be in the newsletter, so you can get to it. Anybody that emails me about where do I get the links that you talked about, go to the freaking newsletter. Go to Linktree. It is the 5th link right down there, and it is the newsletter. Go to the newsletter with the corresponding podcast that you're listening to. All the links are there, and it's free. But this Robots Are Coming video, it is 23 minutes. It is a must-watch for anybody investing in robots and AI. It is a phenomenal, phenomenal video. This is why Tesla, this is why Google, this is why Meta are undervalued in today's world. The data is where the wealth is. This is why Reddit is now getting a crazy valuation. Go and look at Reddit's valuation. Are you buying into Reddit? This is similar to Palantir. You know, Wall Street thinks that it's worth $195. Where's it trading? $215. Its forward PE, 54. That's not crazy compared to Palantir. Its growth, fantastic. 69% revenue growth year over year. Why? Because the AI companies are paying them for their data. This video goes over why Amazon may have the lead when it comes to robots right now. They have AI and robotics, and they own the business. Apple's not dead. It goes over. They have what's needed with the devices, and they even have their hands in a car. Because with Apple CarPlay, they have their hands on the device with Apple CarPlay. It is 23 minutes and 39 seconds. It is a must watch. I liked it a lot. And at the end, they give you 100 stocks, a screenshot of 100. Where is it? It's called the Morgan Stanley 100. I forget where. There it is. It's the Morgan Stanley 100 right there. It's a screenshot. Go and grab them. Go and grab them. Now, if you want 15 stocks, here's from Futurum Equities. This is the company that Shai now works for. 15 names to watch in the age of robotics. They literally hand you these 15 names, and they give you the reasons to buy them. Go and research them. How do you research them? We'll go over here to Seeking Alpha. Type in Tesla. Is it a good buy? Well, the quant says it's a hold. Why? Valuation is extended. Is it? Is it? Growth? Are they really? Their revenue growth is going down year over year, but is it? If they figure out robotics, no. And that's what Analyze with AI will tell you. When you look at the positives, it's going to be about AI. When you look at the negatives, it's talking about the cars. It's not a car business. This is a manufacturing and a robotics business. So if you're investing in Tesla, know what you're investing in and do your research over here. Because again, the growth isn't great. The profitability is okay. It's 17% gross profit margins. The momentum, fantastic. 6 months, you're down 10%. You want to know a better way to trade this? On the 4-hour algorithm. 4-hour algorithm over the last 2 years. You're up 25%. You may be jumping for joy because you're up 25%. But the 4-hour algorithm makes you 81%. It's right there on your screen in the bottom middle right there. And it just got you in at 319. Where are you trading right now? You're trading at 335. Just got you out of 2% gain right there. I own this one through XLY because it has the main two components of XLY are Amazon and Tesla. But I own a small portion of this as well that I just buy and hold. And I trade it on the 4-hour algorithm. So if you want these 15 names, go and research them. They're literally hand picking them and telling you why. Shai gives you 15 beneficiaries from Meta, Google, and Microsoft's strong earnings. We know they're spending money. Where are they spending money? Here you go. He literally is handing you those 15 names. He's not putting your portfolio together. He's not managing your portfolio. But put the stocks on a watch list. Find an entry and build your own portfolio. That's how you're going to beat VOO and chill. VOO and chill is no joke. It's a good strategy. The 4-hour algorithm actually does better on VOO over the past 2 years. But would I suggest you buy and sell VOO on the 4-hour algorithm? No. I would suggest, even though it wins 67% of the time, I would suggest you buy and hold this one over the long term. Is there a warning coming about stocks? The largest 10% of U.S. stocks now account for 76% of the U.S. market capitalization. This is the strongest in history. So what they did was say, hey, the largest 10% of the market, we're going to sort this. We're going to take this FinViz, we're going to go to the screener, and we're going to go to the S&P 500, and we're going to sort by market cap. Okay? What's NVIDIA, Microsoft, Apple, Google? And the top 10% of the S&P 500 is 50 companies. You can see who they are. The market weight of the top 10% largest U.S. stocks are now literally set 80%. It's a big freaking deal. Now the S&P faces high. This is Goldman Sachs with quality stocks leading the charge. Again, they go over this. They give you the stocks with strong balance sheets. You just have to do your research. And again, Seeking Alpha is a great way to do your research. It's a great article. So, what do you want to do? Well, when you're doing your research, say you don't have Seeking Alpha, you just have Trendspider. Again, you can do all of this. Here's the Earnings Pro collection. They give you the full company profile. They give you the indicators. Import all of these. This is called the Earnings Pro collection. Import it into your Trendspider setup. You can do that. And again, if you don't have Trendspider, use my link tree, top link. Go and get it. It's on sale. You can try it for 2 weeks. Import this. See if you like it. If you don't, go and get Seeking Alpha, because Seeking Alpha is just better for fundamentals than Trendspider is. But Trendspider gives you such a great way to organize it. Now, this was a great article. 10 stocks that account for 80% of the S&P gains since Liberation Day. Palantir, Broadcom, Oracle, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Meta, Tesla, Alphabet, Amazon, Apple. I don't own Palantir. I don't own Broadcom. I don't own Oracle. I wish I did. I own every other one. So 7 out of the 10. Am I upset that I don't own 3 of them? You bet. They're the 3 biggest, by the way. Palantir's up 127%. Broadcom, which I sold in April, is up 84%. Oracle, which I wanted at 65, it's up 78%. Am I upset that I don't own the top 3? It is what it is. I'm not, again, risk versus reward. It just didn't feel right. So, let's see. One tip I would suggest for you when you want to buy and sell a stock, go check Earnings Hub activity. This is a great one. This is interesting. So I was looking at the trading desk on Friday, and I said, here on Earnings Hub, you can see the trading desk, and it was down like 30, 40%. So it was crazy. It was nuts. The trading desk was nuts on good earnings, but really bad forecast. Really bad forecast. And so one stock, if you're looking at a stock and you want to see what some of my favorite people are doing, you can go to Earnings Hub and just go to this activity tab. This isn't pro, by the way. I'm on a free account here on Earnings Hub. But what's interesting is you can see Shy on July 15th sold 100% of his position at $84 for a 41% gain. Sam sold 100% of his position for a 3% loss. Shy, back in June, sold 16% of his position at $17, downgraded due to multiple headwinds. They are giving you, literally, Shy and Sam on the trading desk sold out well before. So if you're nervous about a stock, go and check out the activity. You may see Hamid, you may see Shy, you may see Sam, you may see some people that have top portfolios on Savvy Trader. It's just another tip. It might have saved you from the trading desk nightmare that was Friday. Now, my dad owns Trading Desk. This created another gap. We started to fill this gap, right? And I said 86, you're starting to fill it. I think you're going to go up to that 118. And then all of a sudden, you just drop down. Now, we're down. 4-hour algorithm got you out with a 22% loss. Okay? It should have been a key indication. This one up here, when you got into the 4-hour algorithm, it was up 27%. Shouldn't have been greedy. Should not have been greedy. I should have sold my dad's positions here and checked Earnings Hub and said, you know what? Other people are selling. Let's take another. We sold 50% of his trading desk. I think at about 90. Way back here, somewhere. I know we sold at about 90. Maybe it was 86 or so. But we sold about 50%. We still have a lot of a trading desk because I thought it was going to fill this gap. So this hurt. He's decided what to do. But it was a crazy drop. Is this an overreaction? I don't think so. That was a bad guide. Now, are they sandbagging? Could they come back? Yeah. But let's look at the trend of this stock. The trend is still down. Okay, as you pull back on this one, a 37% down week last week. 37%. That's bad. That's really bad. You're trading under the 50-day. You still haven't broken and held the 200-day. You lost it. Will it come back up to the 200-day 76? Probably. But for me, my dad wants to hold this one. I don't want to. He wants to. I don't want to. I told him to sell. That would be my thing. But again, it's risk reward. For me, I think there's better places to put your money that has better risk reward. I'm more on the safer side than I was in my 20s. My dad is still a little bit risky. He's in his 80s. So understand what you hold and understand what you're doing, because sometimes I'm going to make tons of mistakes. One mistake I didn't make was telling people, hey, hold on to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Fannie Mae was up 20% on Friday. It's up another 10%. FNMA. This is one that has just gone crazy. And yes, we've pulled back to that 200-day. So you probably still have a crazy amount up in this one. Probably up to 11. Because there's been news on this one. Again, Trump may prepare these stocks for later an IPO. And Bill Ackman, who owns a bunch of this, is saying you should make them public. Could be worth a lot of money. It's a YOLO trade. Understand that. As news comes out or news starts to fade, you're going to see these pull back. Again, this run-up was all into, hey, they're going to become privatized. What's this downturn? And you don't hear anything. So understand what you're actually trading. Now, over the last 24 months, 28 positions, they made you 575. I'd be happy with 575%. Even with losing 54% of the trades, I made 575%. If you bought and held, you're up 1,980%. It's over 2 years. So understand what you're holding. Understand there are opportunities out there, and these things will come and go. I talk about portfolio management. Here's Amit. He's awesome. His portfolio up 104% year to date. He's open and public about it on Twitter. There's no reason not to follow him. Learn from him. Anyone who's as consistent as he is, I've listened to him. Even if you don't follow his trades, I don't own Palantir. I don't own Robinhood. I don't own SoFi. I have respect for folks who put the logic and put the work in and then put their entire portfolio out there. They're not just pointing at a chart and saying, hey, go and buy it here. And Amit tells you when he buys on Twitter. He does. He's great. And he's got a great community. Again, he goes over his entire portfolio in this one, up 104% year to date. And a lot of what he does is just feel. I mean, he does a lot of technical, he does a lot of fundamentals, but the stocks that he holds, Palantir, Robinhood, Nvidia, Rocket Lab, HIMS, it's great in a bull market. In a bear market, you'll get killed. But if you understand that we're in a bull market, then you should be listening to him, and I should be listening to him. I don't. I have my own thoughts. And here are the most shorted stocks on Wall Street. Number one, Rocket. I had mentioned Rocket earnings were good. And if we see a reduction in interest rates, and so far we've held on to that 15, you've gone all the way up to 17. Now we're gonna fill this gap back down to 15.30, maybe. MACD a little bit stretched. Algorithm had you in there at 14.32. That's a pretty good gain so far. I don't know when you're going to get out, So far, it still has you in. It's up, let's see, it's up 2% today. Again, it's the top shorted market in the S&P. It's top shorted stock. So let's talk about ETFs. ETFs are a good thing, okay? Do you notice of the 1,300 ETFs that launched since the start of last year, 2024, here's the top 20 that have gotten the most inflows. Notice anything? I mean, IBIT, FBTC, ETHA, MSTY, Schwab Mortgage-Backed Securities, JP Morgan Mortgage-Backed Securities, QQQI, which is the income on Qs. Notice anything? I do. Crypto and income leverage. Investors are looking for crypto and income leverage. That's what they're looking for. IBIT has the by far, the total inflow is huge. It's crypto. Fidelity, second by $3 billion. Third, Ethereum. iShares Ethereum. Again, ETHA. Okay, I went over YMAX a couple weeks ago. This is what they're going into. This is it. And if you want ETFs, again, this is very risky. It's crypto and it's income. Now, if you're interested in ETFs like this, Victoria's got a great channel, Victoria Media. She's warning you. She's super informed about ETFs. She shows you everything about the ETFs that she goes over. And guess what she uses? Seeking Alpha. Okay, this particular one, she's telling you to dump this ETF. This one is a high yield income ETF like YMAX. She uses Seeking Alpha. Again, the best in class tools. And I'm an affiliate of Seeking Alpha as well. You can get the same deal through her that you can get through me. I prefer you use mine. Go over to Linktree. The second link right here is Premium and Alpha Picks. You save $150. Again, it's the best in class tools that I use for my own due diligence. I look at all this stuff. And again, here it is. She goes over it. Watch the video. Watch how she uses it. You get both the Seeking Alpha Premium, which you can get on your own with a free 7-day trial if you'd like. Free 7-day trial. That's the third link on Linktree. Go and get Seeking Alpha Premium. But this includes Alpha Picks. Now I talk about this all the time. You want to talk about portfolio management? This is portfolio management. I put a shit ton of money last week into this, okay? I put more money into this ETF just last week. I added more money in this ETF than I made in my first 2 jobs per year. Not my first 2 jobs overall, per year. Why? Because the portfolio shows performance. Again, if you haven't noticed, both my tools show performance. And the Alpha Picks up 193% versus 64%. You get one on the 1st, one on the 15th. We're going to get one this week. This week or next week. I think it's this week or next week. But it's the 15th. And you buy 1% in, and then you sell when they tell you to sell. And that's it. And what I do is I take picks like App11, and I say, you know, when does the 4-hour algorithm get me in? Oh, 346? I'm in. So I add to it. Add to your winners, cut your losers. And when Alpha Picks picks a loser, sometimes I'm out before they do. But understand, this is a long-term buy and hold portfolio. It's not one that you want to trade on an hourly basis, not one that you want to go in on a daily candle. The 4-hour algorithm is a pretty good algorithm to use. Why? Well, it makes you almost as much as buy and hold over the last 2 years, 1,275%. But when I'm adding to this, I'm not cutting my position in the portfolio. I'm just adding and doing a trade. It's a trade. Why? Because Alpha Picks believes that this stock is fundamentally going to grow. And so my risk reward on some of those Alpha Picks on trading them is better than me going and doing research on my own to find a fundamentally good company that I can trade. The wins on this 4-hour algorithm on App11 is 63%. So again, I'm using the tools that I have. Now, the last thing I'm going to go over is the Catalyst Watch. This is the email that comes out from Seeking Alpha every Friday at 3 p.m. Okay? We've got notable earnings tomorrow. You got CoreWeave, you've got Circle, you've got Kava. CoreWeave and Circle, these are some of their first earnings reports. You got Cardinal Health, which I like. Okay? This is one of the healthcare stocks that has been in a pullback, but boy, look at that one since April. It made you a great one since I added it. We have a 4-hour algorithm entry right here, 157. Are they going to announce some crazy good number? Who knows? 4-hour algorithm, it makes you 42%. Would I be buying into this one for 42%? I think there's better risk reward out there because Cardinal Health, it was an alpha pick. It got taken out. But we've seen healthcare just pull back. Okay, and you can look all the days of the week. Wednesday, we have Cisco, and we have another alpha pick, EAT, which just got you out of the 4-hour algorithm. It's trending down. Are they going to announce something bad? We've seen the consumer be weak. Am I dumping my Brinker stuff? No, it's long term. Is this one finally turning over on the weekly? Well, if you go and you do your research on it, because you have both Seeking Alpha, a premium, and alpha picks, you know it's still a buy in the quant. Wall Street thinks it's still got 15% upside. And you can go and analyze it. It's the valuation, it's a C-, but it's not incredibly stretched. Their growth, 19% year over year. And you can see it's 4 out of 43 in consumer discretionary. What's number one? Red Robin, which is one that I gave the paid members because this one's a strong buy. And boy, I gave them this one back in June and it popped. This was a great play. Now, would I be getting into this one now? Let's see how the 4-hour algorithm does this. This is just, again, got you in at 625, got you out, probably will get you back in here in the next couple of days. 4-hour algorithm beats buy and hold. Why? Because it trades it. You make 5% versus losing 60%. Am I going into this one with this gap down here? No. No, risk reward. But I might be pleasantly, I might be coming on here and going, see, I told you about Red Rock. I probably will. Who knows? But again, you have to know what you're trading in. So the Catalyst Watch, you've got some great earnings. You've also got some inflation numbers coming out this week. I think it was on Tuesday or something. 1 p.m. on Wednesday. Atlanta Federal Reserve speak on the economic outlook. There is some major economic news this week or something too. I've got it in my other notes for my personal stuff. Let's talk about scans because what I do is I scan for the 4-hour algorithm. Let's see about entries in the 4-hour algorithm. Well, Amazon, after their earnings, they dipped, got you out of the 4-hour algorithm, got you back in at 222. Am I adding? This is a great opportunity to add Amazon, in my mind. Are you going to lose money over the next couple of months if we have a pullback? Yes, you will. The valuation on Amazon is stretched, but I went over at the beginning. Amazon, it's a long term for me. So it won't be something that I'm adding for a pop in the next week or two, even though you've had a pop in the last 5 days up 4%. Okay, 1 month you're down 1%. You're not at your top. The top price in the 52-week is $242. What does Wall Street think that is worth? $262. Google's a great one. This is a company that just broke over 200. Where'd the 4-hour algorithm get you in? 174. Bounced right off as it pulled back in June. Bounced right off that support at 171. Got you up to 200. This one may be going for another run. It's cheap. It's the cheapest of the Mag 7. Am I buying this one at 200? No. I want to see it pull back to that 193 level. If it does this week, that would signal an entry. We just spent, back here in December last year, December and January. If you bought in December of last year, you've just gotten back to positive. Again, this one's expensive. Let's talk about the next one that has an entry in the 4-hour algorithm in the core portfolio. It's IBIT, 66.38. Are you getting in on this one? Seems expensive. It's up 3% today. Is it expensive? This is a buy and hold for me. Okay? If you bought this 19 months ago when it first came out, you're up 136%. That's my plan. What do? I add when the 4-hour algorithm tells me to. I made a prediction at the beginning of the year. Bitcoin would be going to 150,000. It's at 122 now. So it's still got room to go. I still like it. Nvidia may be going for another run. Is it extended? Yes. But the 4-hour algorithm says, hey, it might be ready to go for another one. Taiwan Semi, up 1% today. Got you out with a 52% gain. Okay? Got you back in here at 240. Why? Because freaking semiconductors are just on a roll. You've got a lot of stocks and a lot of ETFs that are currently in an entry in the 4-hour algorithm. Way too many for me to go over here. So if you have any questions, hit me up. Again, Trendspider's last day of their sale. Get it before it ends. You've got 15 hours. Use the link tree. Any question that you have, everything is on the link tree. And if you can't find something, my email address is right there. And if you're going to ask me about a particular stock, tell me why you're buying the stock. Is it a trade? Then I can't help you because you've got to have a strategy for a trade. Isn't it investment? Then why are you investing in this stock? Because the reality of it is, if you ask me about a stock and I don't own it, that's your signal. I don't own it. Am I right about everything? No. The market decides all of this. So if you're going to ask me, hey, can you look at this stock? Go and check out the PE. Go and check out some of the fundamentals. Go and check out what does the chart tell you? What is the trend? The trend is your friend. Gary is not your friend. Gary is a douche on the internet. And what's the number one rule of this podcast? Do not listen to a douche on the internet. So again, if you have any questions, you can reply to the email that I send you every day, which is the newsletter. But if you're going to ask me about a stock, just expect me to come right back at you and say, I don't own it. And it's not a douchey thing. I don't own it. If it were a screaming buy, like Amazon, like Apple screaming buy at $200. I was screaming buy it at $200. I said this is the best buy in the 4-hour algorithm. Why? Because they've been left behind. So I like it. I really, really like it. And I still like Apple. But is Apple going to hit $260 by the end of the year? I don't think so. But that's where I'm selling Apple. The trend right now is still down. You know, you're just making higher lows. You're not making higher highs. Until you get to higher highs, this stock, in my mind, it's a buy. But your time frame has to be right. And I'm not always perfect. This one has underperformed the S&P. We can go and look at Apple. One of the key things about seeking alpha is just go and look at your stock against the S&P. You don't even have to know how to do anything. All you have to know is how to push this button. Okay? Over one day, you don't care about that too much. 5 days, look at how good Apple is doing compared to the S&P. 1 month, look at how good Apple is doing compared to the S&P, up 9%. 6 months, S&P's doing way better. Year to date, S&P is doing far better, 16% better. 1 year, S&P doing far better. 3 years, S&P doing better. 5 years, that's where Apple starts to turn. 10 years, look at that difference. So if you're going to buy and hold, you wait through those downturns. Now, is this going to continue that way? I don't know. The market will decide. Wall Street thinks it's $230 stock. That's just 2% upside. I think it's $260 stock. We're always going to have differences. So if you have any questions, hit me up. I will talk to you tomorrow. See you. Bye. Okay, let me throw this. Oh, Brittany bitch is here. What up? Oh, I don't want that one. I want iMovie. People say they're big fans and they listen to every episode and then they're like, what do you think of this stock? I don't own it. And then they get angry when I say I don't own it. I mean, literally, I'll just reply with, I don't own it. Oh, let's see. Boy, the lighting's bad today. I think it might be this blue shirt.
Good morning.
It might be the blue shirt.
Good morning. It is Monday, August 11th. It's the day after my birth. I am officially...
Okay. Let's throw in some green screen stuff. Then I'll get to your comments. I am gonna fast for like the next 3 days because I ate so much on my birthday. And it's kind of a douchey thing to say because there's a lot of people who can't eat in the world. And actually, I need to start promoting that Mr. Beast water thing. He's doing a good thing again. So let's see. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you for the birthday. Thank you, Dominic. No, a Boy Scout did not offer to help me across the street. Yeah, pot stocks. I just don't. I'm not a big believer in pot stocks. I've been right, but I could be wrong. Morning, Harold. Morning, Wendy. Thank you for the birthday message, Mark. Good morning. Yeah, I think here, Chris. All of these ETFs. Just understand what these ETFs are about. It's about collecting that the fee. It's about collecting the fee. If they can raise $1 billion and they charge, 1% fee, that's $1 million a year that they get just for launching an ETF. So, morning, Brittany, bitch. Yeah, Nathan, I saw this stuff about Microsoft and OpenAI. I think, okay, so here's what you have to realize about OpenAI and Microsoft. Microsoft will own a third of OpenAI, but OpenAI most likely will own Microsoft. I think Microsoft will grow with OpenAI's valuation and they will be perfectly fine. But I also think OpenAI is going to have power in that relationship. Even they signed that deal. And by the way, that is going to be Sam Altman's downfall, is that OpenAI Microsoft contract. I think Grok is going to catch up. I also think Google is in the lead right now as far as AI goes. I just don't think ChatGPT 5 came out. It's much more intelligent than 4, but I still use Perplexity. And so, Perplexity's valuation is probably $13 billion on the last round. Apple pays $60 billion for them. Then Perplexity probably starts selling. Maybe it's $100 billion, but it's a rounding error for Apple. Because, that's the thing about Apple is it will be a $260 stock if they buy Perplexity. And so the market cap is going to outweigh whatever they pay. Yeah, double nickels. Nathan, the market will decide. Microsoft is a top 3 holding for me. So I won't say it will be the best stock to buy ever, but whatever is ChatGPT is priced into Microsoft. I mean, it's expensive. Microsoft is a multi-pronged business. So like my podcast, I have 5 sources of income. I have the affiliate revenue. I have the advertising revenue. I have the newsletter revenue. I have Savvy Trader revenue where people pay for my portfolios. I have I think there's a fifth one. I forget. But it's like 5 prongs. That's what Microsoft is. So they have these prongs. But Microsoft is also a behemoth of an organization that right now is getting a crazy valuation based on growth. They're growing at 15%. But can they continue to grow at 15%? I mean, that's a $3.8 trillion market cap growing at 15%. That's huge. You know, and NVIDIA, can they continue to grow at 86% revenue growth? You know, again, it's just a matter of what you want in your portfolio. I'm not going to be one to say, oh my God, you've got to buy this one. But I hold it. And if you asked me about Microsoft and would it be a good buy, I'd say it's a top 3 buy. So obviously I believe in it. Let's see. What's the title of this one? The title is Crypto Pot Stock Soaring. Huh. I like these colors. Okay, let's see. Do I have a uploads? Let's see if I have a picture. Can I make this one? Oh, I don't think the color goes right with that. Let's see. This is I have to cut out the tune me. Oh. Let me see. Magic eraser. Oh, there we go. Okay. That looks fine. And let's see if we can change this to purple. There we go. Boom. Oh, let's see. Oh, that's part of the... oh, no, okay. Let's see if we can get... No. I want to make that a little smaller. Okay. Yeah, okay, we'll just stick with that. I'm gonna move these. Okay. I mean, it's not when OpenAI IPOs, if they IPO and Microsoft owns 3% or 30%, they'll get stock and ownership that's worth 1 trillion, which will up their actual market cap because the stock is going to be, their stock will be worth more because they own so much of OpenAI. So it's kind of like a shell game. I mean, it's just, you know, crypto. No. I guess it was. I thought that was white, though. No, I thought this was white. Oh, we don't want that. Effects. Lift. There we go. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to say crypto and pot. Okay. I'm going to move that up. Gonna move that over there. And then I'm going to group and we'll move this there. But yeah, I mean, I don't think Microsoft is a bad play whatsoever. Let's see. Did the market tank a little? A little bit. I mean, Apple's down, so my portfolio's down a little bit. Let's look at Webull. I didn't dip below 14,000 though. I'm still up 2%. 2% for the day. So Apple's down 1.33%. Spotify is down 1%. Nvidia. Okay. So let's put in Trendspider. And seeking alpha. Put on those, and then what can I put down here? Let's say S and P. Okay. Let's do this. Let's try this. And then we'll okay. Group. Group. Hit the thumbs up button, by the way, if you haven't. I don't know what I get like hymns. I get hymns and shit like that. I mean, I get 55 plus. I mean, let's be honest. I get 55 plus. Let's see. No new comments. What's good is since I started using AI, I went from 11% conversion from people seeing my episodes to actually listening. So I went from, I think it was like 11% to 18%. So 75% of the people that actually show interest actually listen for more than 3 minutes. So that's a big one. And this guy Matt left a thing. Where can I find your link to Trendspider? It's Linktree. I mean, it's on the screen. It's literally on the screen. It is all over the place. Okay, let's just download this. I saved $2 with premium. Let's see. Let's go to Spaces, podcast titles. I'm on Comet right now. Optimized Spotify title for this. Do 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 do. No, I like this one. We'll just use this. It includes everything. Okay, and I've got to go over here and get episodes. This particular one. And we'll close that down. Okay, upload podcast. There we go. Promotional content, yes. We're also going to upload, create upload video, select files, boom. Oh, why is, oh. Why is it stuck? Properties, doc, Google Chrome. There we go. It was stuck on Apple. Yeah, Denny's has a senior discount. My ass is walking into grocery stores going, hey, do you have a senior discount? I'm going to walk into Great Clips and say, do you have a senior discount? I'm going to walk in everywhere and say, hey, do you have a senior's discount? Okay, let's see. We're going to copy and paste and oh, no. No, I don't want that. Okay. I need to redo this. Wah. Okay, there we go. We need to do the bullet point summary. Wah. Can you give me an emoji-filled chronological bullet point Summary of the episode for the description. I did order off the 55 and older menu yesterday at IHOP, and they didn't ask for ID, which I thought was pretty good. Okay, throw that in, and then we're gonna go down here, pull out this. I'm gonna take that out and put the link tree in. Smash the like button. We're gonna take that out. Take that out. How much more do I have to take out? Oh, the brackets are in there, that's why. Mother effer. Where are the brackets? Myth. There they are. Okay, where are the damn brackets? Do 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 do. Okay. Let's see. Angled brackets aren't allowed. It didn't remove them. Okay, angled brackets are in there, but I'm not sure what the hell angled brackets are. Pot stocks, sure thing, do your own research. Maybe that's them. Oh, that one. There we go. Okay. Now that's good. We'll just do this. Damn it. God, that's annoying when it puts that in there. I do think old people don't lie. Pot size soaring top 10. We can take that out. just put that in. Change that. Okay. Oh, man, I'm having a lot of troubles here. Lot of troubles uploading all this stuff. Done. Show more. I think I can do the Spotfiy one now. Next. Do smart breaks. And then my video contains paid, not altered. Give me a single line, comma, separated list of optimized tags for viral financial videos on YouTube. Okay, let's just put this. And next. None of the above. Submit. Next. Import. Save. Next. Public. Publish. Okay, and let's go to the live. And then we're going to change. Oh. We'll just change it. What the hell? I think I can change it on the fly. Podcast, because it's currently live. And done. And save. Okay. I'm out of here. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you later.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter.